Hi everybody, welcome back. My name's Nicholas. Today we're inside, and that's just because it's very windy and kind of a little bit snowy. I was going to do this video in the greenhouse, but the wind was too loud. So we're inside and we are going to talk about seeds. And I'm very excited because I have quite a number of them that I have purchased for this coming season. And those are the ones that we're actually going to talk about. So I actually have already started some seeds using the winter sowing method in milk jugs. So if you're interested in seeing that video or learning about that process, I will link that video in this video's description. So go check it out if you're interested in that. We could talk about seeds all day long, and we could talk about my seeds all day long because I have too much, let's be honest. So you can't see all the ones that are in front of me right now, but this is like my seed bin, and there's too many, but it's better to have too many than not enough. What I want to focus on are just the plants that I've purchased for this growing season. Some of them I have grown before, but some I have not. So let's talk about ones that I'm familiar with, and then we'll just go from there. All of these seeds that we're going to be talking about today came from two different places. One of them is Johnny's Seeds, and then the other one is Swallowtail Garden Seeds. So to talk about the ones that I actually know and have some, knowledge of, let's just start with one of my favorites. And that would be the New Look Dusty Miller. I started this for the first time last year, along with the regular one, like Candykins, or however you say it. I actually favored the New Look better just because it has like a broader leaf, and it's not so, like, the leaves aren't so lobed, and I feel like it just complemented anything that I had with it. I did only grow it in containers, so I can't speak to how it grows in the landscape. And the packet says they get 8 to 18 inches tall. I would say that they definitely get 18 inches tall. They kind of outgrew the pots that I put them in, so there's that. But if you like a icy white-ish blue just foliage plant, then the New Look Dusty Miller is what you should go for. The next two are similar, but I love both of them, and I grew both of these last year. The first one I want to talk about is my favorite of these two, and it is the Sahara Rudbeckia. It's so pretty. It has such a variety of colors, and they're kind of like, they're not like bright. They're like kind of muted, but super pretty. Like kind of like a faded sunset. And that's kind of how I would put it. They grow 20 inches to 22 inches tall, and I would say that that's pretty accurate. I'll probably grow these every year, to be honest. They're just beautiful. And then the other one I want to talk about is Cherry Brandy Rudbeckia. These get 20 to 24 inches tall, and they're like just like a burgundy, beautiful, beautiful plant. You can't go wrong with either of these. The next group of plants is a complete shock to me that I even like them. So I have experience from last year with maybe one or two of these varieties, but I liked them so much that I bought some different ones this year. I have never been a fan of geraniums or pelargoniums. And it's just because I've always seen like that traditional red geranium on someone's front porch, and it just wasn't for me. So I just never gave them a fair shot, honestly. So let me start with the ones that I know for sure that I loved. That would be the Bullseye Salmon. It is just perfect, like perfection in a plant. It has like dark foliage, which I love, honestly, probably any plant that has like a dark foliage. And then like the most beautiful, like, I don't know, well, salmon, obviously it's in the name. When you look at the picture, at least from their website online, I don't feel like that's true to this color of it because it looks a lot more orange, but it's not. It's very beautiful. And these get like 16 inches tall. Let me see if I have any other ones that I've tried. No, the rest of these are new. So we can just be excited together. The next one we're going to talk about is the Bullseye Light Pink geranium, which has the same dark foliage as the one that we just talked about, but this one, instead of it being salmon, it's just like a pure, like beautiful light pink. I don't know how else to say that to you. And again, this one gets about 16 inches tall. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more in the next series, which is called like their Maverick series. The first one we can talk about is Maverick Coral. It gets like 15 to 18 inches tall, and it seems, at least in the photos, more, I don't know, like a variety of colors in the petals of like pinks, corals, stuff like that. But I'm only going off of a picture because I've never grown it before. The next one is Maverick Salmon, and this one again gets like 15 to 18 inches tall. The Maverick Salmon I feel like is more of a pink than the others, but again, that's just a guess by looking at a photo. Okay, so the next 3 geraniums I'm like very incredibly excited about because I feel like they just look different than all the other ones that were in this list. And the first one is the Maverick Violet Picotee, and it like kind of reminds me of like a hydrangea bloom, how it's white kind of like on the center of the plant, and then like it'll be like pink as like you get to the tips of it, like you have later in the season. But that's what it looks like to me. So I'm very excited to try this one. And this one also gets 15 to 18 inches tall. This next one is probably my favorite, like the one that I'm most excited to try out of all of these geraniums. And it's the Maverick Star. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like white-ish, lightish pink primarily, with like the edges of it, and then a little bit like filtered in of like a really, really pretty like medium pink. So I'm very excited to try that. And this one, it does seem well, at least by the tag, it says 12 to 18 inches. So I guess it could have the ability to be a little bit shorter, but that doesn't mean that it will be. The very last geranium that we're going to talk about is, I don't know, it looks very cool. If you guys are wondering why I'm looking down, it's because I have my laptop here, because I do not have all this stuff memorized. If anyone could memorize all this stuff, then you would be probably like an alien. But the next one we have is called Multibloom Salmon, and according to the photos, it's like a salmon, but like a dirty salmon. Does that sound right? Does that make any sense? Like I don't know. faded, dusky, kind of like salmon. I'm very excited. But this is the only one in their like Multibloom series that I got. So I'd like to see how it stacks up against the Maverick and the Bullseye, because I've tried both of those and I liked them. All 4 of these that we're about to talk about came from Johnny's seeds. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little bit nervous to try these, but I guess not that nervous because I'm sharing them with you. So if I fail, then everybody will know. But they're all Lisianthus seeds. And 3 of them are in the Voyage series, and then 1 is the like Rosanne, I guess. So the first one I'd like to show you and talk about is the Voyage Pink 2 Improved. I mean, what do you even say about it? It's like a beautiful faded pink. And then I just love how, like Lisianthus, the buds are so, like, there's such a difference, like structure and color wise, as opposed to like the flower itself. So I'm very excited. And I don't know how tall this one gets. Let me see. 24 to 36 inches tall. I did not know that they got that tall, but that's okay. I mean, I don't care. I just literally didn't know that. The next one might be my favorite out of all of the Lisianthus that I purchased, but you never know until you grow them. But the photos, at least, this one's probably my favorite. It might be tied with the last one we're going to talk about, but we'll see. So this is the Voyage 2 Light Apricot. If I could pick a color, like a perfect color for a flower for me, it would probably be this color. It's not orange, but it's not pink, but it's not white, and it's not yellow, and it's not champagne, but it's a little bit of all of those. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, I'm not sure you are, but some of you might. I don't know. The next one is Voyage 2 First Love, and it too gets 24 or 36 inches tall, and it is just a very white slash like baby pink mixture. Super pretty. Can't wait. I really hope that all of these grow and look like they do in their photos. The last Lisianthus, I don't know. I mean, I did say that the Voyage 2 Light Apricot was going to be my favorite. And it probably is, but this is like really close. Really, really close. This is the Rosanne 2 Terracotta. Oh my word. It's like just gorgeous. Like a dirty, pinky, tannish terracotta, I guess. Like, I can't wait. And this one as well gets 24 to 36 inches tall. While we're looking at Johnny's seeds, we might as well just look at the very last one that I have from them. And it is one of my top 3 probably favorite plants. Not this particular one, but just this variety or this type of plant. I would say if I had to choose my top 3 favorites, it would be hollyhock probably as number 1. And then like delphinium or foxgloves probably tied in 2nd and 3rd. This delphinium is absolutely beautiful. It is the Magic Fountains Lilac Pink White Bee. I'm not sure why the name has to be so long, but it's so pretty, and it gets 34 to 4. No, that's a lie. 36 to 48 inches tall. And the color is like, it's purple, lilac, I guess, but it looks like a very moody purple. You know what I mean? And this one I'm super excited about because everyone knows about Dichondra silver falls, or at least you probably do. It's the trailing plant that's like an icy blue, and it's beautiful, and I love it, and I'm sure that I'll be buying some this coming year. But Swallowtail Seeds has an Emerald Falls Dichondra, and it is like a medium green, and I'm so excited to try it out because sometimes if I'm using like an icy plant, like, you know, like I'll have like the New Look Dusty Miller in like a container with something else, then I don't normally want another icy color to be in front of it falling down. So having this as an option will be such an amazing option. It gets 3 to 4 inches tall. So like if you were like, you know, from soil level, and then it does say that it can spread 3 feet. I got this packet because there's a plant that I get from my local nursery every year. It's called Alternanthera, and it kind of looks like a sweet potato vine, but not really. And it's so beautiful because it has like a burgundy and green all in one leaf, and it's really pretty. And it gets like, well, this is a lie. I'm gonna just flat out say it. This says it gets 10 to 16 inches tall and 18 to 20 inches wide. This thing will be like a bush. I've only ever put it in a container, but it gets very large by the end of the season. Oh, and sorry, this one's Purple Prince. So I thought I would try this because I can get them at my garden center, but I don't know if you guys can. So I thought if I try it and growing it in seeds, then you would be able to potentially try it yourself if you like it. The next one is really exciting because I feel like it's like a very interesting looking plant, and my mom and my Aunt Vicky both, they really liked the Gompphrenas that I grew last year because I give a bunch of them, like a bunch of these plants away that I grow. And I still have a bunch of seeds from the ones that I grew last year. But I found one that looks similar to the Truffle of Pink Gomphrena from Proven Winners, and it's called Fireworks Gomphrena, and I believe it's new on their website for this year. So I'm interested to try it. It does say that it can get 4 feet tall, which seems very large, but I don't recall any of my Gompphrenas getting that big last year, but maybe this one is different. I'm not sure. This next one, if it looks anything like it does in the photos, I'll be one happy guy because this is the Sibella, Carmine, Silene, if that's how you say it. But it looks so pretty. And it does say it has a cascading habit, which I think is really interesting. And it says it grows 12 inches tall, 24 inches wide. It's like a very, I don't know, very bright pink, but it seems on like the cooler side, but like almost neon. I don't know. Good thing I'm going to be throwing up pictures for you guys because words are hard, and I don't feel like I'm explaining these very well. I, every year, start snapdragons for a friend because it's her favorite plant. And this year I got some varieties that I think they're going to be like really, really beautiful. So it's the 20 series. So the first one we'll talk about is 20 Apple Blossom. And you can guarantee that if anything Apple Blossom is going to be beautiful because it's always like a pink with like a white mixture. The next one we're going to talk about is 20 Rose. And it's just a very light pink, beautiful flower. And it grows up to a foot tall too. And they're very, all of these are very like full looking, like doubled. And I love any double flower, period. You heard it here first. The last snapdragon is the 20 Peach snapdragon. Need I say more? It's similar to all the other colors we've been talking about so far, like a peachy, salmon, corally, all of that. That's this, and this one also grows up to a foot tall. And it says they produce large, gorgeous, double butterfly type flowers. So there you go. The last four, I don't know. Like, I'm very excited about them. I'm just like I'm excited about all of these. But I've never grown coleus before. I've only ever bought it from the store, and they do really great for me. So we'll see. I did get some sun ones and some shade ones because I do want to. One of my goals this year is to really pack out the secret garden. If any of you guys know the secret garden, I will also try to link that video so that you guys can go back and see what I've done with that. It was just like the first season of working on that, so it's not really that impressive. But this year I would like to add a lot of color in there. So yeah, but it's all shade, and I feel like you have to be like kind of I don't know. You have to try harder, I think, to make like colors and stuff pop in shade. So that's going to be one of my like things that I'm doing this year. I really want to like, I know I won't finish it, but I'd really like to get it looking really nice. But one of the ones that I got, and it's the Wizard Coral Sunrise Coleus. Like, it's stupid pretty. It's like, it's just beautiful. I don't even know how else to explain it. But I've never seen it in person. It says it gets 12 to 14 inches tall, and I'm very excited about that. I'm excited about all of these colei. The next one is the Giant Exhibition Magma, and I feel like it looks like, I'm drawing a blank on what the Proven Winners one is. Well, that's going to bug me. Let me look. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Wicked Witch. Although I feel like this one is a little bit more like purpley black than the Wicked Witch, but I don't know. I'm going off of photos, so I really don't know. But this one says it gets 20 inches tall. This one's called Wizard Velvet Red, and it looks just like that. It looks like a velvet Christmas thing, like an ornament or something. I can't wait to have that. That's going to be beautiful. And ladies and gentlemen, the very last one is the Premium Sun Chocolate Mint Coleus. Now I hear what you're going to say. Well, Nick, that looks just like the one you just talked about 2 Coleuses ago. Well, you're right, but this one is for sun. And that's why. Because every year I buy like the Color Blaze coleuses from Proven Winners to put in my sun containers and make them look beautiful. But I just thought, like, if I could try my own, then I'll try my own. And that doesn't mean I won't be buying Proven Winners plants, because I sure will. Quite a number of them, I can imagine. Oh, that one gets 20 inches tall. I'm sorry. If I've missed any information, I will try to add it in the edit of this video so that you guys have all the information that you need. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you are getting ready for spring. I know that it seems far away because it is only January, but if you're starting seeds, if you think of it like in like, you know, like certain seeds need like 10 to 12 weeks beforehand, some need 8 weeks, stuff like that, then depending on where you live, we could be like really incredibly close to starting seeds. I mean, I already have in winter jugs, but that doesn't really count for what I'm talking about. But you guys get what I'm saying. I think that's all for today. So I'll see you guys very soon. Keep learning and keep growing.